Rate it, baby.
I got massive diarrhea. I shit all over my balls. I thought I took a poopy, but I sprayed the wall.
Man, I really needed that. I really needed that. I think I told you I saw them with his son, and it was so bad.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, and I don't even think it was the son's fault. I think the band was terrible.
That sucks. That sucks.
Welcome to Gravy, Baby. That is the Santeria Diarrhea song. Was that?
Yeah.
Did you just do that right now, or is that something? Was that from the olden days?
The olden days.
I mean, have you sung that for years and then you forgot about it?
No, I actually, dude, it's crazy. So yeah, it's a song I made up yesterday because of a situation that was happening in my butt.
Yeah. And Sublime, is that how you felt? Just Sublime?
Yeah.
When it exited your body, you were like, I feel sublime. And then your brain started doing that reggae chop, that fucking ska.
Yeah. As I exploded. As I was exploding.
I can't believe, surely dude, Weird Al didn't do. I can't believe Weird Al didn't do. I got full on diarrhea.
Yeah.
Splashing on my balls. What did you say? Then I lift my legs up and I sprayed the walls.
Well, that could be it too. Anything that you want to do with that. I tell you what, it'll get stuck in your head. It's been in my head since I sang it yesterday. I got massive diarrhea. It's good.
Splashing on my balls. And I lift my legs up and I spray the walls.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. I've actually been
having when I say that I got a case of funk ass.
Yeah, right. Right. And there's got to be something about a hiney or something. There's stuff you could do with the diarrhea song.
There's stuff you can do with the diarrhea song.
Yeah.
Finish your own lyrics. gravybaby@gmail.com. That's not a real email, but pretend it is. Send us your own versions. Text them to us at 865-422-427292. And normal rates apply.
Yeah.
Dude, here's one for you. I talked to a comic
promo code diarrhea balls. Huh?
Sorry.
No, I said promo code diarrhea balls. But go ahead.
Sorry, I forgot the promo code, guys. It won't happen again. Please don't kill me, overlords. Promo code overlords. I talked to a comic yesterday or the day before.
What?
What, dude? It was crazy. We were on have you ever heard of a cellular telephone?
What?
We were trying to set up he wanted me to come and to his city, and he runs the don't tells there and blah blah blah. But the upshot of this, the reason I'm telling you is he's on the radio in his city.
Uh-huh.
And they've got like 1 million followers on their Instagram. And he was talking about how they might syndicate, and he's very I don't know what the right word is. I don't want to say cynical. He's been doing this a while, and he's like, yeah, look, it doesn't matter. It hasn't changed my life much, except it has a little. I can sell tickets here and I can sell tickets there, Anyway, did you know people were still fucking with the radio like that?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, I thought you might, because you also be knowing about the Facebook. Is it the same people?
No, man. A lot of people, especially now that NPR is getting defunded, they are moving on. We had a meeting. That was the first thing we did in the town, and we were like, okay, well, what do we do?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody was like, town hall.
Yeah. Did you guys have a party?
Yes. We had coffee and donuts too. Kind of splurged a little bit. I've been on a diet, but I had a few. Anyway, so we had a meeting, and we were like, "Are we going to keep listening to the radio?" And and everybody was like, "What are you talking about, dude? WDOD 97.9 classic country hits with all the chart toppers." I was like, "Hell yeah!" So
I'm shocked.
yeah, me too.
I'm shocked no one invited me to the meeting.
Well, you don't live here, and
And
apparently nobody in your town likes radio.
well, then how is this man? All right. Well, I don't know where this bit is, but I do know that I'm upset I didn't get to go to your meeting. And I do know that apparently radio is still a viable option to build a media career, even if it's perhaps a smaller one than television and the internet provide. And that
Especially a morning radio show, like a morning radio show. Huh?
I think that's what he's got. I guess but that only makes sense to me in your city. Like, I can't believe John Boy and Billy still get listened to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not mad about it. I just am confused.
Right. Right.
I was told it was all on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people did. They bought into that. That's one of the things you were lying to yourself about.
The internet?
That it was all on the internet and that nobody listened to morning radio shows. But man, I promise you, any guy that the majority of, especially like people who work in there's an office type situation. Maybe you let somebody have the aux cord, but for the most part, why would you have a radio situation in your office? Or if you're doing construction work or whatever, maybe not so much that. Well, maybe definitely on a morning show. I can see it. I can see where it's still viable.
Yeah, it's like we're not all going to agree on these hyper individualized playlists we've made for ourselves.
Right.
The radio is democracy.
It is.
Well, and it's not democracy. It's really just ads. So this actually is a perfect metaphor for America.
Right.
Well, okay. I've wrapped my head around it. I do appreciate the elucidation. I think
You should call a meeting in your city.
No, I just texted Andy because she's like the Duchess of Scott County.
Okay.
And I was like, listen, talk to the Duke. Which maybe that's why we don't do the radio, is because he's the Duke and he doesn't like when the radio says, "You're listening to the Duke." It makes him upset.
Yeah.
But we are going to do a meeting, I think, and we're going to go over some stuff. We're going to have a vote.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have the flagpole, circle back, pinpoint our synergy.
That's right. That's right. That's a good start.
Reconvene after we've kicked the can down the road and fully process the magnitude of the situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got it together, man. You've already figured it out.
Do I?
Yeah, man.
I've been working on forgiving myself for lying to myself. I just found out I've been lying to myself about the radio, and now I have to forgive myself for it.
But I had to chase a dog out of the yard with this the other day.
One of our friends, you're gonna know what I'm referencing, reminded me of this. But I do want to hear about the dog. There's like videos of them like unveiling these $1 million robots.
Stop.
And everyone's like, how the hell, my God, it can jump. And oh no, what happens when they teach it to kill us? And then someone just knocks it over with a stick.
Yeah.
That always really hits for me.
Yeah. 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 Well, we were talking about that today where we were looking at those like Exos, the future of the SWAT team.
Yeah, that's what we mean.
Yeah. That's all gonna be by it. But hey, dude, you know what's crazy is like, okay, so
wait, I want to hear about the dog before we get into what I know we're about to get into.
No, you don't know what we're getting into.
I bet I do.
I bet you don't. What do you think?
I bet I can put it in an umbrella though. I don't mean I know the specific topic. I mean I know the feeling we're about to induce upon ourselves. And I'm saying before,
is it me gossiping with all the ladies at the optometry thing?
No, but I want to hear about that. I want to hear about the
What I
dogs.
was gonna talk about. I was getting into juicy
Are those your new glasses? You didn't pick the ones we thought you was going to
No, I still ain't got them yet. I still got a week. Bruh, let me tell you something, though, y'all. There ain't no way. And me and Dre were talking about this. So, I went and finally, I got these cheap, of course, I was like, whenever we moved down here, I was like, whatever, I need to get a pair of glasses. I'm just going to get the cheapest ones on me. Dude, these days, I can't even bear it. They're so scratched up. You have no idea. They're so scratched up.
I got an idea.
Yeah. So I finally was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go get a pair. I'm gonna go get a pair of glasses that are durable. You know what I'm saying? And that I can use that actually cost more. Dude, the eye exam and everything, dude, it was like $400, dude. Yeah.
As you said that, which was painful, flashed on my screen that I got a text from Mom, and I checked it because it said rough day. And they just put my niece's dog down.
Damn.
My mom ran over her 2 days ago. We've had that dog for a decade.
Oh, fuck.
Man. Damn. I'm laughing. Maybe people have kept up with me referencing it, but it's just been such a wildly unlucky. And again, I'm on my phone every day just watching fucking babies die in Gaza.
Yeah.
And I don't bring that up to be flippant. I really do bring it up because, no tragedy has befallen my family, really, other than my brother getting back on drugs. But he seems to be clean at the moment. But just a fucking unprecedented run of what I'd call medium bad luck. And I'm not pining for anything worse. I'm not trying to complain. I know that there is tragedy out there, and I haven't experienced that in a while. But God damn, I'm hoping for a break. Anyway, $400 for the fucking eye exam, and then the glasses are included in that.
The glasses are included in that. But it's like $100.
That sounds reasonable, but that sounds like what I expected. When I look at how much houses cost, when I look at how much now, yeah, because everything's doubled. $200 is what I would have expected 4 years ago, and everything's fucking doubled, dude.
It blew me away. I did get some expensive glasses, but it was $100.
But I'm saying I think it blew you away because it's only been 4 years. I've been blown away in the last 4 months enough that I'm no longer blown away.
Yeah.
How about that? I'm thinking about selling my Highlander. It is an old as fuck car. I went on the internet to see how much they're going for. That blew me away. It's a fucking 2009 and it has almost 300,000 miles on it. And I found a car 2009 with almost 300,000 miles on it going for $7,500. And according to the internet, that was a good price. I was like, I cannot believe a car with nearly 300,000 miles on it from 2009 is worth that much. So I guess I'm saying my blown awayness is receded.
No. Maybe it's not that much. Maybe I'm stupid.
It's a lot.
It seems
I'm just not shocked by it. That's what I'm trying to.
It seems like a lot for a guy to look in my eyes, tell me I'm fine, and then me buy a fucking pair of glasses.
Yeah. I know, but then that guy's got to be able to, pay for his SUV, which costs $60,000.
Right. So I'm in the fucking optometrist.
Yep.
And I'm sitting there, and dude, I just be talking to folks, right? So then I start talking. We start talking about I just run that mouth. So we're talking. I'm showing everybody pictures of the goats and stuff like that.
Dude, I was about to say, what is it? That rules.
Yeah, and then we start talking about these smart glasses, right? Dude, and I'm talking about it's me and 4 other women in the optometrist office just talking shit, son, I wouldn't buy another. We got a phone. This is $1,000. Like somebody, I wouldn't trust anybody who bought them. And then they started telling me the people who are buying them, and it's like a 73-year-old lady and her fucking dude. It's crazy. It's like, what are they gonna do with it? I was like, yeah, I have a phone. Like, why do I have a phone? Like, why am I putting on the spy kit? And and everybody was like that. Like, I wouldn't trust anybody who had a pair on. I would never, you know what I mean? They could be recording you. They could be fucking.
Yeah, and I feel that way, and we all do until enough people get them, and then we all got to have them, right?
I don't know how many people are paying
I hear you, but
$1,000.
this literally used to be what this conversation was, DJ.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Now, I'm not saying that the glasses will take off because it's like a slightly goofier thing, and it's probably less
It's no need.
versatile. This is
Yeah, you
super
don't have any-
versatile.
If you're paying $100 per lens plus like 100 or whatever dollars for the if you don't have insurance, I don't know what it costs with insurance. I'm a degenerate out here.
Insurance ain't fucking paying for you to get smart glasses. They want
I
you
don't
in
think
dumb
so
glasses, dude. They want you, they're giving you dumb everything.
I know it. Oh. Dumb everything.
We
That's
want
what I
y'all in
ordered.
dumb. Put them in dumb. That's the new Let It
Yeah.
Be Cake. Put them in dumb.
Yeah. That's it. Put 'em
No,
in the
on the
dumb.
old people thing doesn't surprise me. I've done a 180 on. I think that the current crop of olds spent so much time hearing and themselves saying jokes about old people and tech that they're more afraid of getting left behind than they are of tech, so that they're trying to become tech junkies. My father-in-law has like 19 cameras in this house.
Well, guess what? They're the last people who are going to have money, so they're fucking spending it as far as I'm concerned.
That's a big part of it, 100%. But I also think it's like they see and hear these jokes of old people don't know how to do tech, can't open a PDF, so they're trying to be tech. Also, and I've been talking about this on stage a little. They're not afraid of AI, and why would they be? It just tells you you're right all day long, and then it says something racist. That's their favorite shit.
Yeah.
That's just a Mamaw.
Yeah.
That's what a Mamaw is. You're
Yeah.
perfect. You're special. Everyone who's against you is wrong. The Jews did 9/11. Like, that's just what a Mamaw does.
Yeah.
Well, I for one want Mamaws to buy smart glasses, if I'm honest with you, DJ. That's funny to me. Just fucking walking down the grocery store and you just see fucking 70-year-old freaking out because her glasses is glitching up. She's asking the glasses, what is this? Holding an eggplant, and it keeps telling her it's a dick, you know?
You have to have a special phone to hook up with your smart dude. Listen, I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan.
Keep the Mamaws away from the smart glasses.
Hey,
The spy devices.
you and I are at the forefront of the Mamaw Papaw Hardy's movement. We've been saying it. Keep the Papaws and the Mamaws at Hardy's. They're allowed to have their opinions at Hardy's. They can't. But we lost. We lost that battle, DJ. They're on the internet. There's nothing we can do about it. So my new thing is, well, fuck it. Let's be an accelerationist. Let's go full on the other way. Upload Mamaw to the cloud. People
Grok as a mama. Grok as a Gary Grok would be good instead of a Grok.
Yeah.
A Gary Grok would roll.
I agree, but you were about to say Grok as a man. Grok is already a mammal. It tells you you're right, and then it says something racist. It's just an old lady.
It's a Reddit granny.
Well, that's
But
no.
you're right. No, you're right. You're right.
The reason it's a Reddit granny is all its grandkids are Reddit incels.
I can't.
It's telling its
Yeah.
grandkids what the grandkids want to hear, so they'll keep hanging out with them.
Right. Right. My granny took me to get my ear pierced at the J.C. Penney's, and my mama was so mad.
How old were you?
Oh, dude, I must have been 12, 13.
And they was doing it at J.C. Penney's. You sure wasn't the
Oh,
store
yeah.
by J.C. Penney's? Claire's?
No, it was JCP. Go right up to the fucking thing, and there was a person there with a goddamn beep, 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 and she'll punch her little ear. Put a little.
You've blown my mind, dude. And what was the like level of proof that this lady who was your granny, A, was your granny, and B, like had permission? Like, what was that exchange? You know, like you weren't allowed to do it by yourself, correct?
Right. My granny took me then there she and I was asking for my ears to be pierced. Right. And my granny, we were at she's like, fine. She took me over there. The lady pierced my ear.
She didn't say, "Is this your kid?" She didn't say, "Are you the guardian?"
It was the 80s, dog. You know what I'm saying? It was the 80s. Nobody's.
You weren't 12 in the 80s.
I guess I was not in 92, so should have been the 80s.
Yeah. Well, grunge was just starting happening. It was still the 80s culturally.
Yeah, it sure was.
Okay.
Sure was.
It's just, I don't know. Isn't that funny to you that like there is a rule that you have to have a parent or guardian here, but if you just show up with a grown up, we won't ask any questions. Like that is you being with a parent or guardian in our eyes.
Well, to be fair, I don't remember what the process was like. I was just hype on getting my ear pierced.
But since it was your granny and not your parent, she either lied or they didn't care. One of those two has to be the truth.
And then, well,
and I love that.
A granny is a parent.
You just made a lot of grannies happy, son.
Well, they know.
Tell that to the judge. You won't let them see their fucking grandkids.
Yeah.
There's a big grift in the law world. I mean, I guess some people could be doing it with a pure-ish heart, of people making a shit ton of money off grandparents, saying, "I will fight for your grandparental rights. We will tell the judge it's not fair." And I mean, they may be filing things, but as far as I know, there is no grandparental rights. You're just taking an old person's money. Again, you are filing things, knowing you're going to lose.
Yeah, it seems about what I expect. I'm sure that's happening.
I know it is. I wish I could figure out a good grift, man. Like that one, but against people I wouldn't mind grifting, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I can't think of one. Instead, I'll just keep podcasting.
Accumulating happiness is that's what I've been doing. Oh, dude, you know, buddy, it gets better every day.
Now we're gonna talk about what I thought we were gonna talk about. All right, I'm game.
It gets better every day because, like, even as like, I remember first learning about the Epstein thing. I thought it was long before he killed himself. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And this being an issue, and like
you just said he killed himself. Wow.
Before he didn't kill himself, before he was murdered, before he was left out of his cell. He's still alive, maybe, perhaps. Maybe that's. I don't think so. But anyway, it's potentially could very much happen. You know what I'm saying? It could totally be true. But I remember it, and and then like it just kind of steamrolled into this thing, and then it got all muddied up and stuff, you know, with the QAnon stuff and everything. After he didn't kill himself, that thing, it got all muddied up, and now we're at this place now that's just, it's incredible because none of these people can hide. Like all these articles coming out today about Lutnick, how he was a top Hillary donor. He was Epstein's neighbor. That they had dealings with all these other people, and like all this, like it's the more they try to push it out, the more it comes back on them and on everybody, really. You know what I mean? Like just that class of people and the ruling class, and like man, just seeing them spiral out of control and lose it's incredible. It's just incredible. It's incredible to see this happening.
It is. Well, this goes back to, I think, the conversation we were having last week. It's like interesting in some regard to live through history, but it also is like, it's tense at the very least. Even if you are a person who's like, look, I just want Trump out. I don't, it makes me sad that these girls are trafficked and I hope there's justice, but I don't actually give a shit about this political theater. But even at that, most people who are paying attention at all have to recognize that this political theater is starting to shape things one way or the other. And that's tense. Like, that's the only word I can think of. It's very tense for me.
It's totally realigned what the American First movement is. And I totally think it's going to move into probably a worse direction. Probably very nativist, very protectionist. Because, like, everything that Trump has done, he's like not against the wars. He's granting amnesty for people, for farm workers. That's all stuff that the base doesn't like. You know what I mean? A big portion of the base is not with, and they're making room for like people like Tucker Carlson, who I 100% believe is going to run in 2028. He's totally going to run. They're totally going to run him.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. I said that.
Yeah.
I think that he's their Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, for sure.
And if he loses or gets rat fucked by the establishment, their version of Bernie Bros are going to be wilder.
They're going to be wild, dog. And it's like, it's one of those things where yeah, who knows where it goes, but like, this ends, like it ends, like it's great, because you always thought that there was going to be this point where, like, and I'm sure there will be some section of like the Republican Party that will always be, or maybe not be establishment, but like, if they're really going to go the anti-establishment way and really just like do what they, instead of just like selling America for parts, if they're really going to try to do the things that they want to do and create this protectionist, insular fortress America, like, it's going to be crazy. They're going to have somebody who's not an establishment. And Trump has just proven that he is the swamp. He is the establishment guy. He's just an actor, right? I don't know. And I don't know that the Democrats have anybody other than Jon Stewart who can. But if we have two TV personalities, hey, we're cooked already. Like, we got fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's
TV
super scary.
It's not scary.
I do think you're right. I don't know if John would do it or they'd run him. But if they ran him, I mean, they just have to show the clip over and over again of him shaming him, and then being, and then in every debate, Stewart would be like, "Where's your bow tie tonight, Tucker?" I think maybe this is the worst part. I think a lot of Americans would be okay with that.
Yeah.
I would prefer Stewart to Trump. I mean, Trump, like, we're already there. Trump is a reality television star. He's been a politician and the president long enough now that we haven't forgotten that, but we sort of separate him from what we're talking about, which is like the clout and fame aspect of politics, how Hollywood, not Hollywood like people who make movies, but like fame has infiltrated politics. But we're already cooked. It's already happened. The reality television star is considered, I mean, maybe this started with Reagan, who knows, but I do understand your interest in this, almost like it's a historical perspective type thing.
Oh, for sure.
I just happen to hate it. Like, that is what it is.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I hate it too. I mean, I'm not a fan of any of this, but like, well, I mean, Listen, America can't, and let's be honest, America can't be like the world hegemon for another 100 years. Like me and Bobby were talking about this. Like we're literally already having to like ship millions of dollars of bottled water into parts of Hawaii that we completely ruined their water. There are places in the world that we totally fucking ruined with, whether it be war or just oil. It's like America, we don't have any sustainable development goals. And this is bipartisan. This isn't just a Trump thing. This is something that's been we
We're
want
an
from
empire.
right.
Man, that's an undeniable fact. We could talk about the mechanisms of that empire being very different than the British or the Dutch Empire, but that is
Right.
100% what we are, an empire.
Yes.
And the
Yes.
empire is not in good health. Like if you
No.
look at it as an empire, you go, how's the empire doing? It's not doing well. It's on, if not its last leg, like it needs to make some new legs.
Right. I go into this, I go back and forth. I'm like, are we declining, or is the rest of the world catching up? And because we're trying to get ahead, we just keep shooting ourselves in the dick. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? It's
I think
like
it's both.
yeah.
We put ourselves in a position. It's also like, it's the reason, and I'm not the first person to say this, it's the reason that they're trying to come for our time now. Because they've already colonized the land, they've already colonized the resources. America is, the way it worked had an end date. We're approaching that. And the way that it worked, and this is a severely simplified version of this, but the way that it worked was get a country's resources by getting them to agree to give it to you for the cost of protection or for the cost of allyship. Eventually you run out of people who are willing to do that, and or people who even can. And then the other way it worked is China and some other parts of the world over there were willing to be our labor.
Yeah.
That's ending. Or it's going too soon. They're not, right now they'll take our money. We're going to run out.
Yeah.
But I did get a sick shirt off fucking, I don't even know what I was trying to do a bit. Got a sick shirt. Temu. Shein. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, totally. We I mean, everybody knows the story. We deindustrialized with the finance capital, fucking blew the fucking housing bubble up, blew the AI bubble. Eventually the tech bubble is going to explode. That's going to be crazy. Like it can only go, that's going to be.
It really needs to happen before they get weapons.
Yeah.
Then they being actual Silicon Valley. Like genuinely, it needs to explode. Those people need to lose their money and then therefore their power before they have any access to fucking robots with guns.
Yeah. I agree. Dude, I can't remember if I read this or if I heard this on podcast or like what else. But I remember somebody was talking about how the end of like how they're expecting nuclear war and they're building these bunkers, and like these tech bros and these billionaire people, these oligarchs are like talking about like their number one fear is like their help turning on them, like the people, like their protection turning on them personally. You have this thing, so like they're trying to develop these like different types of shock collars and stuff like that to keep.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
It takes a lot to get me, dude. You know what I mean? To shock me, to make me stop and go, what? But that did it.
They're out of their mind. They're out of their minds, dog. I think we talked about it before. We can't just have so much money and you're so removed from society and social, just being a part of humanity. You know what I'm saying? You just lose your soul, I think.
Yeah.
When you start looking at nature as an asset instead of like, some sort of creative, coexistental, you know what I'm saying? It's like crazy. Once you hit that, yeah, but it's crazy, man. It's crazy to watch. Yeah, and another thing is like, another thing that's so interesting about it, especially being conspiratorial minded, like I am, is that as these types of things like they draw out and they start unfolding, you really begin to get like an understanding like of how the system really, like how it works. So you have this idea in your head that like all this money is transferred and these people are like having dealings with it, whether it be money or drugs or humans or like whatever kind of commodity that they're dealing with, whatever kind of illegal fucking doings that goings on that they are having. Like you always wonder like how I was thinking like, oh shit, like this is what it is. Like Jeffrey Epstein doesn't have to work specifically for any type of intelligence agency to be an asset and to be able to,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't have to happen like that. It's just how these families are all that are in America, like William Barr's father. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
dude, I
that's
do know what you mean. Let me read this. It's so funny too, because let me read this from a guy who is as knee deep in this as you, but like has a totally different perspective every time. And it's funny because I feel like he's in denial. Listen to how he said this. Hold on. Shit, they've been texting since. All right, give me 1 second. All right, I'm talking about Mark, everybody. Not smarter Mark, but smart Mark. Okay. So I knew this is him talking. I don't think he mind me sharing this. So I knew that the father of Bill Barr, Trump's AG when Epstein died, was the headmaster of the private school where Epstein taught and tried to fuck the kids, the students, in the 70s. What I did not know was that his dad was in what became the CIA during World War II and wrote sci-fi novels about overthrowing planetary governments. But then he says, the loons are about to feast. And I almost replied, who's the loon, dog? Like anyone who hears that and doesn't go, fuck, it feels like they're all in on it together. At the very least, if you don't have an emotional reaction to that of, I don't like this, you're the loon.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this to argue with Mark. What he's saying is like, and Mark said this, he said a version of this for years. Yeah, man, the powerful people congregate together because they have class solidarity. It's not a conspiracy. It's just people protecting their interests. And then eventually, since their interests align, you're going to run into some people with the same last name. And I get that. But at some point, it's like, it feels a little more planned than that.
Yeah. Dude, George W. Bush, the Bush family came over as pilgrims on a goddamn fucking and were some of the first settlers of the. You talking about major fucking? These are people who had fucking a ton of money and fucking power and fucking everything that came here at the beginning, that wasn't that long ago. It was like 250 years ago. It's still in their genetic makeup. They're fucking psycho. We're all psychos, man. We've got this epigenetic fucking, colonist.
Manifest destiny, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's why I 100% believe that, by the way.
Yeah.
For people who don't know what epigenetic means, it's this, I think now completely proven idea that in your DNA, the things you learn or adopt as part of your personality can be passed down. As an example, racism. Just as one thing that one study I saw that kind of proved that it happens. Yeah, I think that America's DNA, its genetics, is definitely like expand, take, mine, this is mine. I mean, it's part of why when poor people in America don't get it, in my opinion, they're susceptible to people like Trump. Because instead of being like, damn, we got to change the whole system, it's like, no, we need someone to blame here. The system works. Because this is America.
Right. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's crazy that, like, if you're not seeing at this point in time, like the ways, the tools that they have to like divide us and protect their own interests, like I don't know where you're at. It's like you have to follow, like they will fucking pressure you with all kind of things to make you follow the line, vote blue no matter, like ignore the genocide, you know what I'm saying? If you don't want fascism, ignore the fucking pedophile ring if you want to protect the children. Like it's like, what? Like, what are we doing? If you want all inclusion, we're gonna have to kill all these people. You know what I'm saying? And we can't let them have a voice. We can't listen. If you want your kids to not, you know, what do you want? Somebody
Want nice parks and clean water. We have to cut taxes. Yeah, it's truly insane and depressing. And here we are, not 11. Well, that's what time it is in LA. 43-ish minutes into the podcast. We made it. That's pretty good for us. That's pretty good without Carmen. Should have mentioned this up top. Carmen had some tech issues today. Could not be with us, but that's okay. We love her, and we obviously miss her. I am genuinely proud of us that I think we didn't go 43 minutes before we started talking about the impending doom of the feeling that we have as the U.S. empire starts to crumble. Oh, but I think that we didn't make it super dark or scary until 43 minutes. And I think that might be a record for us. Let's say it's a record.
I want to say it. I don't have any doom and gloom. Like, I feel like the only way that humanity has a chance, I deeply feel like this, is if America falls. It's the only way that that humanity can go forward.
I think maybe I said this somewhere else, but I think I said some version of this last week. I have a lot of optimism in the macro sense.
Right.
I don't have any for the next decade of American existence, and maybe more decades that's my optimism. My optimistic view is at least a decade. And, you know, I have a 2-year-old and I'm 40, like in a decade, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to say needed. No, I needed that to be a decent decade. So like, that's where my doom and gloom is genuinely prevalent. Like, and I am feeling it lately. And I'm sorry if people listening, you know, didn't want to hear that today. I know that it's part of the doom and gloom. It's like hard to hear about it all the goddamn time. I saw one today. I shared this with you, DJ. It got me super down. This lady was going off trying to get us to all kind of write Venmo or get Venmo to stop. The upshot is a mutual aid org in Central Carolina is collecting money in an attempt to help people who have become flood victims when it took like 10 days for the government to declare a state of emergency. And so no one were getting money and blah, blah, blah. So these people are trying to help. Venmo has frozen the funds. Now I have to assume that Venmo did this almost automatically, that it was a robot that did it, like certain amount of money coming in, is this a drug deal, whatever. But it's so depressing to think that we can't even help each other without corporatocracy, Big Brother, whatever, being like, now wait a minute, now we're gonna have to put a pause on that. We're freezing all these funds. We can't even help each other.
That's just for now.
I don't.
The human experience is, so long as we don't have to go through the whole nuclear situation, I have high expectations for the future of America and everybody else. But like, it's got this. There has to be an anti-colonialism.
That's where I'm not upset with you, but like I agree with everything that you're saying. But like, there's gonna be a squeeze. Like I can see the juice, brother, but I'm gonna get caught in the squeeze, and you probably are too. Like I'm not, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to put anyone's business in this. Like, anyway,
I'm gonna be fine. regardless. Regardless.
I hope
But
so.
I mean, even like if we get put in concentration camps or whatever, we get thrown in the gulag, right?
By definition, that's not fine. Just because you will adapt to it, by definition,
We'll adapt to it.
that imagining makes me sad. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, I hear what you're saying because you have such
We're
a
gonna
like,
fucking work out every day. We're gonna do fucking rad
unbreakable spirit.
We're gonna get,
And it is, I no doubt, probably not even consciously, but subconsciously, why I made sure you've stayed in my life this long. You have an unbreakable spirit that I both envy and adore. I am saying that if you end up in the concentration camp, regardless of how you feel about it, that makes me very upset.
we're gonna have a good time. I'll teach you how to make it. I'll teach you how to make it.
Killing myself. I
Yeah,
won't
man.
kill my family. I mean, unless Andy asks me to, I guess. Minute 48 is when we really. Nah, maybe I'll just be like, well, I might as well go there and see what I can. You know, you can probably kill yourself in the goo. Now that would get
Really
to
kill
me.
yourself in the goo.
Now that would get to me like those nets and those factories you hear about where the workers jump out the window and then they just have to go right back to work. Or they
Dude, who
upload
wouldn't
me
be
to the
doing that?
fucking cloud so I live forever. Oh,
But
God.
that sounds so awesome, though. You should jump out the window into a net. Who wouldn't be like that? Yeah, I think you should leave Sketch where he's always on the fucking, where he's always on the fucking zip line. Jumping out the window.
They'd be doing gainers into the suicide net.
Yeah. Woo!
Let me teach my boy a trick. I remember my first attempt, son. Oh, it got rough.
That'd be fucking rad.
Rad, dude.
Hell yeah. Give me a lot of good things.
Well, that's what's gravy for me, the suicide net gainers. I don't want to do this anymore today. So that's it for Gravy Baby. We made it 50-ish minutes. I have some things to plug. I will do that now. I will be in Knoxville, Tennessee, July 25th. Kingsport, Tennessee, July 26th. Birmingham, Alabama just announced July 31st. Chattanooga, Tennessee, September 5th and 6th. I think I got a Denver in mid-August. You can find it on my website, dreamorgancomedy.com. That's it. That's all I got to plug. Listen to Gravy Baby. Check out the Patreon. DJ?
Man, just have a good time, guys.
Just have a good time.
Have fun. Have fun with it.
Have fun with it, guys.
You could stick a whole ribeye in one of your back pockets. Like,